good afternoon, sir. We are from the WED, from the College of Education and Technology University, and we are here to ask you some questions regarding to our performance as in the contemporary chess sport and games and sport. So, sir, before we start, can you introduce yourself?
Okay, so I'm Ronald Janag Jr. I'm a Bachelor of Physical Education graduate from Cagayan State University, and this is actually my third year of teaching physical education or MAPEX in general.
So, starter to so I am Jessica Camayo from I'm the med student at Rizal, and
I'm Jenny Ano. And I'm Harassing sa Liban Certificate.
Okay, nice meeting you all, future Bachelor of Physical Educators.
so we are here to ask you some questions, sir. So, number one, can you tell us about your background and how you became involved in fitness or wellness?
Okay, so back when I was in high school, I was an active student in sports and different social cultural activities. So when I was in high school, I participated in sports such as volleyball. I was also a cheer dancer when I was in high school. So I am from City Loves Academy, and then we are the what we call a Hermit Spec Squad. So yun, I played competitive volleyball, not just when I was in high school, but also when I graduated and entered the university. I was a volleyball varsity in Cagayan State University. So I played beach volleyball and also indoor volleyball. And also there, I competed in cheer dance competitions wherein I was able to we were able to finish gold, and then my second year was only silver, and then and before the pandemic. So nung after ng pandemic, ay nung nagkaroon na ng pandemic, that's naka-deploy na kami noon during that time, so hindi na kami nakapag-compete pa. So yun lang yung backgrounds ko in terms of sports.
What inspired you to start leading fitness and
Strategic fitness in my community. So because of my passion in playing volleyball, so that way I could inspire youth or learners to become to be better into the sports that I love. That's why as the former president of the Tabuk Volleyball Club, one of our goals before is of course to grow the volleyball community in our not just in Tabuk but also in Manila. So I was part of those who developed young athletes, and now they are actually playing in University of Cordilleras. Some are now in Cagayan State University, and I have a lot of players actually from different schools, junior high school and senior high school here in Tabuk. So some of them are from SDCI, some of them are from Cagayan National High School, and many are from City Loves Academy.
Okay, thank you, sir. So, number 3, do you have any formal training or certification in fitness, PE, or what?
Formal training or certifications in fitness, PE, yes, here in the Department of Education, I have been sent to Baguio City to undergo trainings in sports, be it combatives or volleyball. So those are some of my trainings related to sports. And also, I am one of the sports facilitators here in the International High School.
Great.
So, what would be fitness, philosophy, and approach? So, this is your first answer. How would you describe your approach to fitness?
Okay. My approach to fitness for movements. So, I've known myself to be a technical person or technical coach when it comes to execution of different movements or different skills in, of course, in sports or also in dance. So, I always see to it that the athletes are actually doing the proper or the biomechanics of movements, no? Kailangan proper yung pag-receive nila, paano ba yung kamay nila, paano ba yung formation ng katawan nila, and then paano ba yung dapat timing, mga ganun. So, for me, I'm a technical person when it comes to yung approach ko sa fitness or sa sports. Okay.
So, next, what type of activities do you do? Like zumba, calisthenics, poker, clubs, or sports?
Okay, so I am a dancer. I am also I'm also an athlete back when I was in high school. So mostly I play volleyball, not just volleyball but also I play basketball and other sports. I am a very, what do you call this one? I explore in different sports. I can play sepak takraw, badminton, table tennis, and then and so on. So I also I also know how to swim, no? So basically lahat ng sports na nilalaro ko, pero yung pinaka-passionate talaga ko ay volleyball and of course cheer dancing. But I can also dance and choreograph in cheer dancing, in different genres of dance such as folk dance, cultural, and so on.
So, number 6, sir. How do you adapt your sessions for different age groups or fitness levels?
Pardon? Ano? How do you adapt your sessions for
For
different
different age groups or fitness levels.
Okay, so the kind of training na dapat na binibigay natin sa mga bata ay developmentally appropriate dapat siya. So kapag bata siya, ang ibibigay lang natin na training sa kanya ay yung kaya lang niya, na parent na pwede pang i-extend yung kakayanan ng bata. So dito sa tawagan, dito sa DepEd, merong tawagan, 4 na stage, no, sa sports training. For example, ako, volleyball ako. So, sa mga bata, ang pinapagawa lang namin, for example, sa elementary, ay yung mga basic skills lamang. So, maaari silang maglaro, or mag-execute ng skills na sobrang simple lang na related sa movements sa paglalaro ng volleyball. So, ganun po. And then, kapag nasa key stage 2 na siya, and then grade 4 to grade 6, pwede mo nang i-introduce sa kanila yung mga basic skills in playing volleyball. And then kapag nag-college na, dyan na pwede mo nang ituro, pwede mo na silang i-train on how to be an amateur athlete, yung talagang pwede mo na silang i-compete, yung naiintindihan na nila yung mga rules. So medyo merong leveling when it comes to training. So yes.
So, next is, so, what changes have you observed in your community since starting your fitness?
I've seen more athletes become more dedicated in, of course, kung saan ako nagpapatrain, which is volleyball, no? Sabi ko nga, meron akong mga train na athletes na mga nasa elementary level, meron din sa secondary, mostly are from secondary level. And actually, ako rin ang trainer ngayon ng College of Engineering and Information Technology ng volleyball. No, yung mga CIT ngayon, I'm actually their trainer. So, yun, and through that, no, yung pag-train ko sa kanila, nakita ko kung paano nila appreciate pa yung paglalaro ng volleyball, paano pa nila mas minahal pa yung paglalaro ng volleyball. So, did I answer your question?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Talunin ang CD. So, the next one, sir, the number 8. How do you encourage participation, especially among those who are shy or inactive?
Those who are shy. So, for me, ayan din yung ako, ano ba sila tinipersuade? Nagiging mabait lang ako sa kanila. Sige na, pwede kang maglaro. Ganun na ako. May ka, babait na gawin ko na lang. For example, when we are playing volleyball in NIA, alam niyo yung NIA, National Regional Administration, ba may court doon? Lagi kami naglalaro doon every weekends, no? So kapag mayroong mga bata na nakikita ko na nahihiya, pero alam ko na gusto nilang maglaro ng volleyball. Nabi-feel ko yan kasi minsan nakikita ko sila naglalaro kasama yung mga kasama yung iba na hindi ko makakilala. And then pero kapag kami na nandun, parang nanonood lang sila, no? Parang nahihiya silang makipag-join. So, yun, minsan kapag nagpapasab na ako, and then kinakausap ko sila, no? So, kinakausap ko na sila na gusto mo maglaro. Tapos yun, tinatawag ko na yung mga matagal na support na naglalaro and then pinapasubstitute ko sila to give them time or to let them experience playing volleyball with those na medyo mas mataas na yung level ng ng paglalaro ng volleyball. In that way, mas tumataas din yung level ng bata. No, mas natututo siya ng iba't ibang skills or techniques in playing volleyball.
Do you collaborate with schools, barangays, or LGUs? If so, no.
Okay, so yes, I already collaborated with barangays back when I think post-pandemic, nung in-invite ako sa Barangay Kabarwan na mag-train ng athletes nila. So, mag-train ng athletes nila sa volleyball. So, to the point pa na binigyan nila ako ng motor para makapunta ako, makatravel-travel ako doon. And then yun, as a passionate person naman, gusto kong mag-share ng talent ko. And then, kahit hindi ko masyadong kilala yung mga tao doon, pinuntahan ko talaga na nag-train ako ng mga athletes doon. So, yun, schools as well, no? So, may mga schools or may mga teachers from other schools noon nung hindi pa ako, especially during summer or nung hindi pa ako, or noong student pa lang ako, no? Tinatawag nila ako na mag-train ng athletes nila, no? So, yun. Kaya sabi ko, marami na rin marami na rin akong mga bata na natulungan or na mag-improve sa paglalaro ng volleyball. Pero yun nga lang, medyo hindi tayo napapansin, no? Yung volleyball dito sa Tagum, no? It has been, I think, 2 years na wala ang volleyball sa different athletic meets, no? Even district meet, hanggang intramurals na lang ngayon ang volleyball. So hopefully, by next year, prepare ko na actually yung mga bata dito. So by next year is meron na ulit athletic meet na for volleyball. No, sana ma-include ulit. And then, yun, noon, hanggang ngayon naman, gaya nga nung sabi ko kanina, Sir John Henry actually contacted me, no, na mag-train ng SEAIT volleyball, no? And then, yun, ongoing yung active training nila actually yun. Kaya kung nakikita ninyo ako sa TSU minsan, no, every Malug, 5 PM nandun ako nagpapatraining. O kung hindi doon, ibang court, ibang court kami nagpupunta. No, we find ways in video. Joke lang. We find, yun, maghanap kami ng paraan para of course maitawid yung training nila. No, kahit na limited lang yung resources nila. Minsan, pinakairam ko yung bola ko, yung net ko, just to, for them to have an equipment na magagamit. So, yun, may linkage ako sa ibang mga schools, no? And then, pati last year actually, I was the trainer of SEAIT, no? Pero their coach was Sir John Lunes, no? Last year. So, they are the defending champions actually. So, yeah.
Sir,
So, good question. Actually, ito. Noon, yung sinabi ko kanina yung una, nung i-approach ako ng SK Kabarwan, Kabarwan. And then, tapos yun, noon, nagbabayad sila. Kasi I was just a student before. No, I need to support for myself as well, no, sa pag-aaral ko. Kaya, binayaran nila ako noon ng, I believe, 10,000 yun, kung hindi ako nagkakamali. No? So, 10,000 yung binayad nila. Pero ngayon, meron naman tayong source of income, no? Medyo decent naman yung income natin, is free na lamang siya, no? Hindi na ako nagpapabayad. Parang nakukusa na lang sila na nagbibigay ng merienda, kapag merong C2 or fudgy bar, okay na ako dun. O kapag merong tubig, okay na ako dun. No, mas gusto ko pa, no? So, yun, it is one of my ways, of course, to stay fit and healthy pa rin, no? Kasi since medyo busy na rin ako sa work ko, no? So, yun.
Sir, do you use social media to promote your activities? Why?
Yes, actually. But hindi na ako active ngayon sa social media. Before, active kami sa Tabuk Volleyball Club. Wherein post kami ng post, ganyan, nag-encourage kami ng mga bata to join us at our training. No? So, nagamay din kami ng mga laro namin. Sino ay tapos, nag-ano kami, tara, laro tayo dito sa ganito. Ganyan, no? So that way we could encourage other people as well to join and play with us. So, yun.
Aside from sports, sir, yung mga fitness exercise,
Fitness exercise,
mga zumba,
not really. No? Pero, kapag dance, may mga nagtatawag sa akin. Alam niyo yung LGU na, ay LGU, alam niyo yung SK Bulanang Norte, yung group of senior citizens. Di ba, meron silang yearly na competitions ng dance. So actually, ako yung ongoing na nagpa-practice din sa kanila ng cheer dance ngayon, no? So every year, iba-iba yan. Yung last year daw is parang sumayaw sila ng cultural, pero para ngayon is ano naman, cheer dance naman. So, yun, medyo challenging, no, yung cheer dance para sa kanila ngayon kasi since handamutan yung makatugaw kasi handa nga makababa. So, I have to adjust, no? So, parang ginawa ko sobrang simple lang yung dance system nila. So, yun, mostly sa dance and sa tawag doon, sa sports lang ako mas inclined. Pero nung may mga nag-zumba sa Karaag ground, in-encourage ko actually yung makasama kong volleyball, tara, join tayo. So yun, nagsisinala kami dyan and then nag-enjoy naman kami. So yun, masaya. Yun lang.
Next, how do you encourage participation, especially among those who are shy or sorry. What do you think about the influence of online fitness personalities on local wellness?
What do you do when you do this? What do you think about the influence of online fitness personalities on local wellness? Well, it's good that we have actually itong mga tawagan, mga online fitness personalities, no? Kasi sila po ay maaaring maging mga modelo ng mga kabataan ngayon on how to take care of themselves more, no? Kung para mas mapahalagaan pa nila ang kanilang sarili. No? So, it's good na merong mga ganito. So, yun lang naman. Wala naman akong against sa mga yun. As long as they are teaching or they are tawag nun, as long as tama yung mga, let's say, yung mga principles na, or yung mga tawagan, yung mga theories na pinagtuturo nila, no, as long as tama, I have nothing against it naman. No? So, yun.
So, sir, number 12. How do you ensure your advice is safe, credible, and culturally appropriate?
That my advice is safe. I believe I have the credibility to because as what I have said, I am a physical educator and also I am an athlete and a dancer. So yun, I think tama naman yung mga advice ko sa mga learners or sa mga athletes, dancers. Since napag-aralan ko naman kung paano gumalaw yung proper way and on how to execute movements and of course the proper way on how you do warm-up stretchings, that dynamic or static stretchings, mga ganun. So alam ko naman yung mga sequencings ng training, no? So yun yung ina-apply ko to avoid na magkaroon ng tawag nun, hindi magandang pangyayari. Yeah.
please or your students and
Yes, yes.
So, what challenges do you face as a local fitness leader?
What number are we? Challenges, I think is medyo challenges. Siguro pinaka first dyan, resources, no? Medyo kapos tayo dyan, no? Lagi naman. And then, aside from that, yung motivation level ng mga athletes or ng mga learners, no? Even here, no, kapag nagtuturo ako ng sayaw, parang kino-consider ko na lang na tawag doon, hindi naman lahat tayo ay dancer. That's why, ang ginagawa ko na lang, sige lang, ini-encourage ko lang sila ng ini-encourage. And yung ay the road, no, tayo, no, parehas mo nga, kaliwati, saka tayo na. Basta, perform tayo lang, isuotin nyo ninyo yung body leader, yung ko naklatanan. And then, ayun, nag-a-adjust na lang ako kanina.
Next, what support or resources can help you expand your impact?
What support or resources could help us? Siguro ano lang, more invitation siguro from other schools. For example, kapag merong mga, let's say for example, kapag entrance sa ganitong school, kapag in-invite nila akong mag-judge or mag-referee or gano'n, I would accept that, no? As long as kaya naman ng time ko, no? So that way, I think mas nakikilala ako, and then mas tawag nun, mas na-approach na ako ng mga bata or ng mga coaches na pwedeng mag-train sa mga bata nila. So I think that yun yung tawag nun, yun lang yung need ko, no? Yung exposure lang siguro. And of course, yung gaya ng sinabi ko, yung resources na such as yung mga equipments, yun lang namin siguro.
Let's move on. This last question. So what is your vision for health and wellness in Kalinga over the next 5 years?
So, Kalinga will be a healthier province, no? So actually, nag-comment pa nga ako dun sa tawag sa development ng Karaa Ground na pinost nila sa Facebook, no? Gagawin na raw nilang rubberized. Compared to, nakita niyo yan? Gagawin na raw nilang rubberized. So, parang nag-heart naman yung mata ko dun, no? So, kasi alam ko na Kalingas are into fitness, healthy lifestyle din, no? So napapansin ko yan. So maraming mga interesado at maraming tawag doon nag-aabang ng improvement ng ating Karaa Ground. So yun na nakikita ko na in 5 years, let's say, is we are a healthier province, no? So yun, nag-comment pa nga ako doon. Gusto parang nag-comment ako doon na maganda yung gano'n na hindi na tawag doon. Kasi actually, pag-iwanan na tayo, no? When it comes to facilities, no? Compared to other provinces, yung Cagayan Sports Complex, rubberized lahat, no? Kompleto, may ilaw, Apayao, Abra, Baguio, Benguet, meron na rin silang ang gaganda ng mga sports complex nila. While in Kalinga, yung sports complex natin, medyo hindi pa siya develop. Semento lang siya na di ba? Pero ang daming mga tawag doon, fitness na tawag doon, enthusiast na mga Kalinga. So, yun, I envision Kalinga na to be a healthier province. So, yun. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for giving us time. So, sure, thank you.
Sige.